midway point. I came down to Main Street this time, so it should add maybe a mile or two to my time, and I'm feeling pretty good. It feels a lot better for some reason to come this way, but then again, I'm not wearing a ruck this time either. But okay, I'll get back to that story. I have a couple of stories lined up, but I do want to finish this one because Hudson did mean a lot to me. Not in a homo way, but in more of a bromo way. But man, there's a shitload of traffic today. The new plaza right here. Kind of cross, but there's too many vehicles. I might have a chance right now. People are staring at me like I'm nuts or some shit. I am a little nuts. Corn nuts, that is. Alright, crossing. Once I cross, it should be smooth sailing from here. Alright. Okay, well, back to the... He had passed away, but I wanted to, touch base and talk about, the days leading to that. It was, when you're deployed, you're an infantryman, and you try to keep each other company and make light of a dangerous situation, I guess. We had to be there for each other. I had promised Hudson's wife I would bring him back. And it's part of the guilt that I feel, at least. But that's thing cut for some reason. Anyway, going up there, we couldn't drink or. Obviously no drugs because we were supposed to be doing that shit in the first place. But, we were out there and, I'll share a story about how we were getting alcohol. So we were out in checkpoint and we asked these kids. The kids were always around us asking for MREs, chem lights and stuff like that. So we asked them, we're like, we'll give you some MREs if you bring us some beers. These kids, I shit you not, about an hour later, show up with Budweiser, Bud Light, Bud Ice in 24-ounce cans. And, but the cans were like scorched, so they look like they were in a fire or some shit. They were like literally black, like you could barely tell that what beer it was. That's how bad. But us being not having drank for a while, after a mission, we all took like a half glass and tried to relax. One of those times that we were out on sector, I play guitar. I don't know if a lot of you guys don't know that, but I do play guitar, and I thought, like if these kids can bring us a guitar, like I could, jam out with my clanmates. And so these kids brought us a guitar, and matter of fact, the day before, we were jamming out, and I was just singing like, stupid shit, like going with what was going on at the moment. So Hudson was like, hey, I'm going to the chow hall. Do you want me to pick you up anything? And I was like, yeah, you know what? Get me if they have burger, like get me one with ketchup and whatever, like the condiments. And I made it to a little song, which I might play later if I ever get a guitar again. Anyway, so if you guys have a guitar that you're not using or want to get rid of, send me a message. I will gladly try to get it for you. Anyway, so they came back and we're there jamming out, and I'm singing about the flying squirrel, and he without saying, as a joke, he just goes down on does the flying squirrel. So anyway, so that happens, and then fast forward back to when he was killed. We put him in the Humvee and took him back to the cache. I was the only one from the platoon that had gone back that wasn't a casualty. And battalion commander, Lieutenant Colonel Ryan, was the commanding battalion commander at that time. I can't remember the first sergeant's name, but anyway, so he comes out and he's like, did you know Hudson? Yeah. And I was like, yeah, he's my best friend. And I was like, why is he saying it like past tense, And he's like, he passed away. And I was like, but he was, okay, before, I mean, he wasn't okay, but I guess I was in denial, like trying not to believe it. And because when I guess when he was passing, I was holding his hand and I kept telling him that it was going to be all right, that he was going to go back and see his kids, 2 kids. The only one I remember was Gavin. I don't remember his little girl's name, but he had his eyes closed and he was blinking. Like I don't know if you guys ever seen it, where you have your eyes closed and blink. And how's it going? So anyway, so we were back at the base, and the other guys didn't know the other guys where the guys had passed away. And I told I believe Sergeant Phillips that Hudson was gone, and Sergeant Wegman got a huge piece of shrapnel through his arm, and of course the interpreter that had no head and was leaking. But anyway, they were shocked. They didn't believe me for some reason. I guess because nobody wants to believe when something like that happens. And sure enough, I don't know, I think I took that pretty hard, like kind of became numb after that. Kind of like I didn't care if I died or not, like the missions just became like, I'm pissed off because these motherfuckers took my friend, and I was, had an itchy trigger finger. So anytime we'd go out on mission, my sergeant would tell me, please don't go trigger happy. And I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I mean, I know they're just trying to cover their butts, but you know what? I just realized I don't have a PT belt. I gotta get some for the clan with their names and shit. That'd be kind of cool. Anyway, so that night, they told us I couldn't sleep. We were bunking together in Iraq. After a while, we weren't sleeping in holes. We got like little trailers where there's 2 people per room, and he was my roommate, my battle buddy. So, it was kind of weird coming back, and like sometimes like you just want to talk to that person again, and you can't, but you're trying so hard with your imagination to make it true, but it's not gonna happen. And I'm not sure, I guess the NCO started seeing that I was kind of withdrawn, and just went through 2 missions, just doing my job kind of cold. So they sent me to the psychiatrist there on Camp Victory, and I was like, I don't think anything's wrong with me, but I guess they had concerns about me. So after that, they sent me to the headquarters company, which I ended up having to gun for the first sergeant. What was his name? Starts with C. God, I can't remember his name. But anyway, so I was gunning for him, and at that time CID called me up, and okay, so this thing cut again, so I'll just continue to talk about what I was talking about. I'll find some way to stitch it all together. And so anyways, the CID is asking me all these stupid questions that, if I knew beforehand what was gonna go on and shit like that, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, who these people think I am, It's like, I've known these guys for like, for a while, and we deployed together, and they're asking me questions like, like I had something to do with it. But anyway, they cleared me, but that stayed, that stays with you, because you start thinking like somebody had to have, reported that they thought I was up to no good, or just shady. I know I'm a little dark skinned, but not always criminals. But speaking of dark skin, I've gotten a lot darker now, which I probably will get more dark. I don't get sunburn, I just get really brown. But that's it. Well, no, that's not it. Well, we have the formation where they do roll call. They call out Hudson's name, and it's the final roll call for him. They call his name like 3 or 4 times, and he doesn't respond because obviously he's passed. And then we line up, and we go and salute his Kevlar and his weapon, and while everyone's doing that, I salute them and I give them one of my ribbons that I had gotten. I think I had gotten the Army Achievement Medal. It's a great name. Anyway, so you guys know that. You guys know. So I get down and start doing the flying squirrel, and for the remainder of the platoon going by and doing that, felt like I owed them that, and we had a little hangout, by one of the rivers there in Iraq. I think it was like the Euphrates, and where they're talking and the LT shows up, and this might be the reason why they thought I had something to do with it, or not. Maybe they just wanted to get me for something. So the LT gets there, and he's like, "Oh man, like I'm sorry, my condolences, and you guys know that's what we're here." And I'm like, I know we're here, we're expected to die. I was infantry, so that's no news. What pissed me off was that he didn't clear it with a commanding officer, and we went out there, and he got one guy hurt severely, and the other guy killed, and our interpreter decapitated. And I said it, angrily, and of course everyone's telling me to shut up and calm down. And I think that was the start of all the problems, because I don't know, I felt kind of detached, and then it didn't help that my ex-wife was back home, like draining my bank account and living with someone else, doing stupid shit that I would later get arrested for, which I'm pretty sure she says otherwise. But you know what, it might not take too long, but people will eventually see right through you and see the truth. You point one finger, three fingers are always pointing back at you. So anyway, so I was dealing with that back home, and then this stuff. So it was like, I guess I could say this now, because I'm not going anymore. But I wanted to kill myself, I was like, what's the fucking point, Like, they brought us here, we're fucking monkeys, like, they're just gonna do stuff on purpose to get us killed and just say, oops, sorry. But, I wanted to kill myself, but in the same respect, I didn't want to leave my buddies, It was kind of tough. Especially, it was kind of tough when they moved me to headquarters, because I felt like, like everything was just, I lost my best friend. My marriage was already in the sewage. I broke my promise to Hudson's wife. One of the guys had lent me a laptop, and of course my ex-wife said that it was broken, and that but she couldn't show it to me, and I was like, I'm gonna get in big trouble if I don't bring it back. And I did. And at the time I was stupid, I was covering up for them. because I didn't want them to kick her out of the base, you know. Which later I found out that she was bringing that dude to our house on a base. So fuck her, and she will pay for what she's done. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but she will. Anyway, that was the story of Hudson, my best friend. Rest in peace, brother. I know this one wasn't about suicide, but I just want to touch base on that one because I guess I did feel I wanted to kill myself at that time. Tomorrow, I'll talk about the time I did try to commit suicide and what happened afterwards. And that's it. I have several stories. Not that I'm always trying to kill myself. I only tried to 3 times. I mean, that's not a number to be proud of, but you know, it is what it is. But I love you guys. I wish I could hug you guys from behind and give you a massage and breathe in your ear from the back, wipe your butts, and this is Uniballer 69 out.